Okay, welcome back. So we're now at the top of the Sampaloc Road, and I guess we're going to go through with the descent all the way to the edge of Taal Lake, which is at the very end of this road. I'm not sure how, I can't remember how long this road is, but I know it's a long road, slight gradient, so it's okay. The only problem is I think it's starting to rain somewhere lower on the slope. I can see it from where I am, but I'm not sure if you can see it through the camera. But let's see anyway. Morning. Yeah, it's definitely raining somewhere. I hope not along the road, because it's going to be super slippery if the roads are wet. So I'm going to try my best to sort of like do a running commentary, describing the things that you might see if you ride down to Taal Lake via Sampaloc Road. So the first things would be to make sure that your brakes are like working well, because you can hit pretty high speeds if you're not careful on this road. There are also a few tight turns, a lot of blind corners. So that's the next thing actually that you would probably want to look out for if you're riding Sampaloc Road, is to, if it's your first time, or even if it's not your first time, it's a good thing to sort of like ride on the side of caution, going around these blind corners, because this is a tourist road. So there are a lot of motorcycles, tricycles, these motorcycle tri-wheeled things, of course vans, sometimes trucks even. So there are a lot of motor traffic on this road. But today I think we're lucky because it's pretty empty, I hope, all the way down. So I'm going to try to get a shot before we continue with the ride. Not sure if you're seeing any of this, but yeah. So this is where we are right now, and I hope you guys can hear me. Okay, we're going to start the descent. It is going to be fun actually, except that the roads are a bit wet, so we need to be a bit more cautious with our riding today. So we're in the big ring. I guess we'll have to go all the way down to the smallest dog for the descent, because this can get pretty fast. And okay, we're already run out of tears. Okay, one more. Oh, this is fun. I miss this actually. So there's a lot of wind, but I hope you guys can still hear me. These are some of the blind corners that I was talking about. Okay, there's some cyclists here. I don't know if they're going down or they've just come up, but they're resting at one of the viewpoints. So I'm not sure. I should really fly a drone here one of these days so that you guys can like fully appreciate the kind of views that you'd see here. Oh, morning. Ran over something, not sure what it was. I think a broken plastic pipe. I hope didn't do any damage to the wheel, because it would be like a really bad thing if we have a flat right about now. Morning. Okay, I can feel my tires slipping and sliding. Morning. At the corners, because of the slight rain just a while ago, I guess. And I'm really nervous about these yellow lines because I know they're slippery, so we're riding behind a motorcycle, need to be extra careful. But if they don't go any faster, we might have to overtake. But if the driver sees me, he's probably going to accelerate anyway, as they usually do. So here we go, blind corner. But don't do this at home, kids. Okay, this is probably a what you call a habal-habal. So it's a commuter motorcycle. It's like a taxi, except it's a motorcycle. A lot of them are unregulated. You can hire them, and since they're basically unregistered public transport, they can go anywhere. So they don't have like a line or anything that they have to follow. They'll just take on passengers and they'll take you wherever. If you're willing to pay the amount of money that the driver is going to ask for. A lot of times they're nice people, so you'll probably get a fair price. Okay, another blind corner. Ow, tight turn to the right. And this is a pretty dangerous corner actually. Okay, good. We didn't have any ongoing traffic because usually if there's like a large, like a four-wheeler coming up and you're rounding that bend, sometimes they eat up like your lane. So you have to be very careful. You have to like watch out for that. So going down. It's actually starting to rain again. So I'm sorry if the water gets onto the lens and you can't see some of the views. That is very, very beautiful here. Exactly as I remember. I haven't been here for like a long time. So it's my first time after like, I don't know, 4 years. Because for a while I know this was under construction, like repair work, I'm not sure. So we're now at the short section, which is actually a very short, slight gradient, a bit of a climb. It's okay. You can slog through. And then at the top of this, it's going to be, as far as I remember, downhill all the way to Taal Lake. Taal Lake, of course, is the ancient crater of Taal volcano. So Taal volcano erupted very recently, 2020. So let me get to a lighter gear because this is much longer than I remember. Okay, so erupted 2020, covered a lot of places with ash, and for a while I think a lot of these roads were closed for public use, but now, good thing, they're open again. Okay, this used to be easy. Not anymore. I'm seeing a lot of signs that say prone to landslide. It's not just a sign. I don't know if you can see it, but on this side of the road, there's like a lot of webbing to catch all of the rocks that fall from above. Okay, I'm going to shut up for a while I finish this section. For now, enjoy the road. Okay, we're back. Done with the short, not so easy uphill section. And now we're back on the downhill, which means I can talk again. Lots and lots of blind corners in this road. And you need to watch out for motorcycles like that come out of nowhere. These blind corners. And of course, these leaves on the road, I don't know if you can see them. There are like a lot of big leaves on the road, and they're like small rocks. if they get wet, morning, they can get pretty slippery. So if you're like banking at a curve on the road and you hit one of these leaves, you're going, if you're not careful, you're probably going down. I hope not, but you know, that's why watch out for these things and try not to run over them. And oh, another thing, I mean, it's a little on the sad side because I hope it's no longer the case now, but before, when I used to ride here a lot, this road was like notorious for being a place where people would abandon their pets like cats and puppies, and some of them would actually get run over because of course nobody's expecting like a puppy or a kitten to be in the middle of the road. And it's just a sad thing about riding bicycles here in the Philippines is that you get to see stuff like this. And there's just no way to save all of them, but I hope that one of these days, another blind corner. Okay, let's do this first. I like puppy. I was just talking about the puppy. So that's a kind of thing. That puppy looks like it's somebody's pet, but then they're not keeping it like inside their compound or their house where it's safe. And so sometimes they get run over, they get hit by vehicles, and it's never a happy story for these animals. So as I was saying, I hope that someday there will be like enough support, enough resources, enough awareness for people to realize that for us to, I mean the Philippines specifically, for us to be like a better country, we need to be more active, more aware, and participate more in sort of like protecting every living thing. It's not a feel-good thing. It's just, you know, that's just what it takes to be a civilized society. And we're not there yet, but I hope we'll get there soon. So, okay, wet roads, watch out for these things. Wet road and then straight into a corner, so I hope we don't slip. And cars, of course, just to complete the risk factor. Morning. So surprisingly, I mean, it's a Friday. Surprisingly, there are like a lot of cyclists. It used to be that it was only on weekends that you would find a lot of cyclists, but now, I don't know, I guess people have more time on their hands, maybe. So yeah, like every corner there's a cyclist, which is a good thing. Makes it more safer for cyclists to ride, having other cyclists around. Makes it more happy for me, actually, being able to say hello to everyone and stuff. So yeah, definitely this is like a good place for well, I don't know if you can call it a fun ride, but if climbing and descending is your kind of thing, this is actually like a very mellow gradient that you can sort of like ride depending on what you can handle. So if you're like an advanced rider, you can go like pretty fast, but of course you have to be aware that there are pedestrians and there are vehicles and there are animals on this road, and so you still have to sort of like be, you know, ride with caution even if you're like a very advanced rider. And on the other end of that spectrum, if you're like a beginner or you're just starting out, or maybe you're not very confident yet with your skills, you can you know, you have brakes, so you can take it slowly. You don't have to take these corners very aggressively. I mean, like right now, I'm taking it very easy, actually, because like okay, now I'm braking because roads are wet and there's actually a slight drizzle coming down. I don't know if you can see the road. The road is actually starting to get pretty wet, and kind of nervous on these corners because I haven't done a ride here in a very long time, as I said. So I don't know how grippy the asphalt is. Back when this was new, I wasn't like nervous at all because my tire would stick to the asphalt like pretty well. So, oh, this is like one of the nice sections. It's like a small canyon, like a very short section. It's pretty scenic. If only we had like better sunlight. This is actually very cinematic, like a very picturesque, very, visually pleasing or very Instagrammable area. I hope you can appreciate it through the camera, even though there's not a lot of sunlight. I had to brake. I forgot about that blind corner. So here we go. Okay. So pretty soon we're going to be hitting like there are like straight areas on this road right before the bottom section. And I'm not sure because again I haven't been here in like 4 years or more. Yeah, but look, I mean, I guess you can see it's like super beautiful. So this is Sampaloc Road again. We just rode up to Tagaytay coming from San Pedro via GMA. We didn't go to the Vilan today because I wanted to show the route that would be friendlier to everyone. Because the Vilan, even though the steep sections in the Vilan are like very short and it's at the very beginning, but it's not a very pleasant experience if you're like new or if you're coming from like far away, like if you live in the city or something and you're coming here to the south, and if you have to take the Dabilan route, it's not a very pleasant experience unless you're like really looking for pain. So I would really suggest that even though there's like a lot more vehicular traffic on the GMA, which is of course General Mariano Alvarez Road, even though there's a lot more vehicular traffic there, it's actually more mellow, far more mellow than Dabilan. So yeah, I was actually hoping to ride this a little bit faster today, but I wasn't expecting for it to rain and chickens crossing the road. So we're taking it like really carefully now, just so that we get to the bottom safely. Hello. So I'm actually surprised. I remember this being longer, but I think we're like almost at the bottom of this road. Not quite, but almost there. Hello. So which is good, because I'm not looking forward to the climb back up. Because I don't know how fit I am for this climb. I just wanted to see it again because it's like a very beautiful road. Lots of like corners, so you can really have fun. You can either push yourself, as I said, or just enjoy it, just experience the ride, just being on your bike, being able to do these fast sort of downhill rides. Okay, tight corner with lots of vehicles. I might look like I'm banking too much in the video. I'm not sure. It depends. It's like a 360 camera, so there might be an effect with the curvature of the lens. So I don't know. But definitely, I mean, advanced riders, they can really like bank well on these curves, and it's really fun as long as you know what you're doing, and as long as you're aware that you need to share this road with others as well. So you're not a priority here. We're not a priority. Nobody's a priority. We need to share. So one thing to be sure of is to check your tires, actually, not just your brakes. Of course, check your brakes, but make sure that the treads on your tires are still okay, that they're like the right kind of tires for this kind of riding, especially if the weather changes like right now, starting to drizzle a little bit stronger. Just a little bit more and it's going to be full-on rain. I hope not. Never fun riding in the rain with wet shoes. Hello. Okay, we almost crossed the median. Let's not do that. Never do that. Even if you're alone on the road, don't cross the center line. Okay, I think this is a part where the road widens and straightens out a little bit for a short distance. I don't remember again, but as far as I know, there's a part where a very short section, maybe like 100, 150 meters, it's straight. try to resist the urge to go fast, because at the end of that straight road is a very tight curve. So unless you're very good with your bike, but then again, accidents happen, so don't. Just, don't push your luck. Okay, check this out. This is one of the tight corners, and one of the steep corners that we'll be climbing back on later, that I'm not looking forward to climbing, but still fun. Almost there. I can see the lake better now. I can see the tops of the roofs of the houses below. Okay, here we go. That was pretty steep, and I crossed the center line. Broke my own rules. Don't do that. I can see a lot of fish pens. You probably can't see the lake from where you are down there, because the camera is like at the level of the handlebar. And we're not really going to go sightseeing today. I just wanted to show you the descent and the climb back up. Oh, there you go. We're going to try to shoot a view of this. Oh, here. Let's see if we can get some of this. I'll be using the GoPro because I'm not sure if you can actually see what I'm seeing. But yeah, this is a lake. I'm showing it now. Yeah, at least a little bit of it. So that's our lake, and in the middle of that lake is Taal volcano. As I mentioned earlier, that erupted 2020 with a lot of fireworks and a lot of ashfall. I hope it doesn't erupt again, because volcanic eruptions, never a good thing. So that's pretty much it, I think. We're almost at the level of the water of the lake. So a few more corners, and we're going to be at the corner. And what we're going to do today is we're actually going to just hit the corner and then turn right back around and do the climb, get back to Tagaytay, look for coffee maybe. Already had Vietnamese coffee, very good, at a place called Uncle Ho's. Going up to Tagaytay earlier, so I might have a little bit too much banh mi, which is why I feel heavy and sleepy right now. But yeah, after we do the climb, let's go look for a coffee spot maybe. I mean, worst case scenario, we can go back to the Suman, Roots X Beans coffee place. I don't know if I have space for Suman. Would love to try again. Oh, lots and lots of cyclists. Okay, this is a school, which tells you that you're already at the very end of the Sampaloc Road. So we're about to reach the corner. This is the end of the ride. There you go. This is Taal Lake. I don't know if we should. There's no real view, I think. Okay, let's go take a look. Just a little bit. So this is the bottom of the road. We're going to stop here and just, take in the view for like a few seconds. Let me get the GoPro so you can see better. So this is you. This is what you're looking at, and this is what I'm seeing. So welcome to Taal Lake, bottom of Sampaloc Road. And this is where we just came from, and we're about to go back. So let's go. Okay, going back. We're not going to do the tourist thing today. I think I need a lighter gear though. This didn't seem so bad on the way down. But now that I'm heading back up, I can see and feel that it's actually pretty steep. Okay, so let's do the climb. Let's do the first few corners, which are the steepest. And for now, because I'll be out of breath, again, I'll let you enjoy the road. Have fun. See you later.
surround me. If we stay here like this, it's the only place where I wanna be. This is as long as we go. Beyond the crossfire, it's the only place.
Woo! Made it. So back in Tagaytay, we just completed the Sampaloc descent and climb. Now we're headed towards Silang. I want to stop at the McDonald's, but I'm hoping that I can find like a better coffee place. I mean, slightly better, not so expensive, of course. I'd really love to have a nice coffee or something. By the way, shout out to Philippine traffic. This is what it looks like riding a bicycle in the Philippines. You need to be very careful, I guess. And as you can see, I don't even know if this is a bicycle lane or maybe it's just I don't know, like a spot where motor vehicles can park, because that's what they're doing with it anyway. So, well, anyway, very happy that weather held out. It was raining on the way down, but you know, turned out to be a sunny day. So good thing for us. I hope we got really good video. So yeah, so that's it for this episode of Daily Rides. I hope you learned some stuff about what to expect, things to see on the Sampaloc Road. If you're thinking of like coming here to ride this route, it's an amazing, beautiful place. So yeah, until next time, see you then.